Hello everybody and welcome back to some more 1 hour 1 life. The gamer get born as that tiny little baby and then we're gonna grow up into adulthood, old age, and one day we're gonna die. We are in the Prime family. It seems the mother has abandoned me. Hello uncle. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for helping out. Yeah, that's good, that's great. Eat pie. Yeah, I'm trying my best. It's not easy. It's kind of hard to like eat pie when I'm super full. I'm full, oh god, full. Pie good for you? Oh gosh, okay, yes, pie is excellent. I'm coming with you, uncle. My hero. That's my mom, my cousin. I don't know where mom is. She just like left. Doesn't care about me at all. It is a shame. All right, F me, uncle. Uncle, please F me right now. F me. Just F me. My man, please. I need F me. Thank you, aunt, for Fing me. Okay. We should be fine. We should be safe. We should be fairly okay. So we're back with 1 on 1 life. Our ghost life is finally over. There's an evil lady here, Joy Snow. Okay, she has like an evil face. Whatever, we're gonna ignore that. There's been an update in 1 hour 1 life in like 2025. How is that possible? There's also been an update to my hair. It's like sticking out weirdly, so we're gonna just tweak that real quick. There's been an update. It added like a lot of stuff. There was a lot of changes. Mostly minor stuff. There have been some cool things, and actually, unless I'm mistaken, I think there's one of those cool things in this town, because it did actually play in this town. I think I was here when it was like an Eve town yesterday. And I think I saw something cool that's related to the update. But we're gonna go through all the changes from the update, and there's like a lot of them. Lots of like very minor tweaks or bug fixes, you know, but there are also a couple of really cool things that are actually... I mean, they're great. They're potentially problematic, but I think they're really cool. Maybe just not fully ideal. My hair is still wild, dude. Do you see this? It's crazy. It's okay though. I'm 7 prime. You know, 7 is a prime number. I need someone who's called 6. I need to find a person called 6 and get married so it can be 6-7. That'd be beautiful. How are we looking age-wise? We're almost old enough to do stuff on our own. It'll be the case like in a second here. We're trying to light an empty oven. Mother. You are making big mistakes. Put a turkey in. You need something to actually cook as well. Oh, I'm gonna die again, aren't I? I'm gonna starve here. Can you? Thank you. Okay, beautiful. She's a new player. There's been a lot of new players, I feel. I don't know where they're coming from. There's been a lot of new players. Alright, this lady has shoes. She's dressing people. That's fine. She's not that evil, I guess. I will point at her to let her know I acknowledge her, but you can't see my arm because it's so teeny tiny. I'm gonna just ignore that for the time being. Alright, let's head out into the farm. I think this town has the cool thing. And I'm teasing it. And I actually think it's like really cool. I think it's really... I'm not gonna say it's good, because it's gonna be very obvious what the problem with it is. I think it's extremely cool. I think it's very cool, very clever. Very unique, very like amazing and awesome, but not fully thought out, potentially. So I think if this is the correct town, I hope it is, because I'm gonna look like a fool if it isn't. If this is the town, yes! Okay, there we go. There's statues in the game now. We have 2 statues here. We have a statue. It's called an interplanetary monument. So what happens is, and these guys are naked because I'll explain it in a second. You know there's a rocket in the game, right? So previously when you would set off in a rocket, you would just leave like a burnt launch pad, which was ugly, and it sucked, but it was there. The developer was like, people were like, hey, developer, please can you like let us remove these because they're ugly? And he was like, I thought people would like make parts around them, make them look cool. And it's like, dude, they're just like ugly as sin. Like, what are we supposed to do with it? So he was like, you know what? I have a cool idea. So now, when you set off into space, you leave a statue of yourself behind. Statue of your character at that exact age with the exact clothes you're wearing. And you might say, why are these people naked? Well, those statues are permanent. And when I say permanent, I mean, like, permanent. They're there forever. They survive map wipes. They will stay there forever. There is no way to remove them. They're just there. Once you fly off into space... I just ate a mech pie like a noob. Gosh darn it. Once you fly off into space, you leave a statue behind. And that statue is there forever in that same exact map location. As the map gets wiped, as new maps get generated, as the apocalypses happen, the statue will remain in the exact same spot. The biomes may be different, so like, it's just an apocalypse now. Map will get wiped, there will be a new map. This might be like, I don't know, like a jungle. Probably not a jungle, but this might be like a prairie or something. The statue's gonna stay here. This statue, this lady's statue is gonna stay here. This guy's statue is gonna stay here forever. And these are partially retroactive. So he took data from all the flights. The developer took the data from all the previous rocket flights, and he retroactively added their statues to the map. Unfortunately, it wasn't tracking clothes at the time. So now all the naked statues are people who flew into space during the before the update. For example, I flew up into space once, and you can find the statue of that person. I think it was called Lily something. I don't remember. I think it was like I was Lily something. I think Lily Summer maybe. If I flew up into space, you can find the statue of my character with my last words. Oh, also that's a thing. You can find my character with the last words. Subscribe to Twisted. So that's the problematic part. If I click the statue, I can see who this person is. It's Sterling Dong. They left the planet 300 millennia ago, so 300,000 years ago, which is a lot of seconds. And her last words were "love you all." Very nice and wholesome. This guy, Long Dong, left the planet 300 millennia ago, and he said poggers. You know, poggies in chat. Love it. It's an amazing feature. I love it. It's so cool. It's so wholesome. It's amazing when people are nice. Here's the thing, though. You've probably played this game. I assume a lot of you have played this game. If you haven't played this game, you've seen me play this game. And you know that people aren't nice. Always. Oftentimes, very often they are. You know? Every now and then there's someone who's not nice. And here's the thing. If I'm not nice, and I fly off into space, and I say my last words to be like, hey, Twisted sucks, that statue is gonna stay there forever. Like 15, 20, as long as the servers for this game exist, that statue will be reachable by people. That statue will be there. And like this tile it's like a tile that's like occupied now. You could like make a wall. That's why you can walk through them, which I actually think is like decent, because you could just like make like a giant wall of statues that block off the game forever, which would be problematic, but you can just like walk through them. It's gonna stay forever. So if you type Twisted sucks, and then, you know, 10 years from now, someone's gonna randomly spawn as an Eve next to a statue from 10 years ago, it's gonna say Twisted sucks. That's, you know, it's not nice. Twisted sucks is, you know, it's not problematic, it's kind of funny, but you could also, you see where I'm going with this, right? You can say whatever you want, and you can say poop, you know? You can say a much worse word than poop. You can say someone's phone number, right? If you can say, hey, call 0054-123-766767, and that could be like your neighbor's phone number, and it's just like there in the game. You could just post your neighbor's address, you know, or like your enemy's address or whatever, and it's there, and the statues cannot be removed. They're there for good. They persist through map wipes. There's no way to even like there's no recipes for them. They persist there forever. So yeah, very cool feature that kind of sucks. That can kind of suck. I don't know though. Like, here's the thing, right? If this game had moderation, which it doesn't, and I understand why it doesn't. It's made by like one person. It's a massive online game. Like you want to have this game be able to like run without micromanaging it every day. Like, ideally, you know, in an ideal world. By the way, this bug is still happening. I'm waiting for NVIDIA driver updates to fix it. Still no problem. Still haven't found any solutions. Thank you for all of you who offered potential fixes in the comments. None of them actually worked, unfortunately. Some garlic on plate. That's actually awesome. I can also eat normal garlic, right? Because I think I haven't had that yet. Is it in my pocket? It's not. I may have normal garlic somewhere. Yeah, like, for example, let's say the servers for this game stay up 50 years from now, right? The developer is dead. He died of old age at age 60. Who's gonna moderate, right? It just like doesn't make sense for like a one-person game to require moderation. That's why there's so many like player moderation tools. I do think that while he's, you know, alive, as silly as it may sound, that there should be occasional interventions, and there's bug fixes, there's tweaks for mechanics and whatnot. But also, like, man, dude, like it's so scary clicking a statue, like in a video, because you don't know what's gonna show up, and it might be like, hey, I don't know. I think it's a cool idea, like having it's so wholesome. If people were nice, this would be like the best thing ever, right? You fly off, there's a statue of you, you can go visit it. If you could even find like the game coordinates, like you know where 00 is, there's like a monument at 00, and you can like figure out where you are from there. You can figure out where your statue is from there. You can just go visit your statue and make a village there if you want. You know, you fly off into space. You write a cool message. You wear a cool outfit, because again, normal statues that take off after the update, they will have all their clothes on. It would be like a cool thing to like live there, but I don't know. Let me know what you think. I think it's really cool. It also sucks, and I don't know how to fix it. What's the fix? What's a good fix? Yes, you know, manually moderating is not. I don't think that's a good fix. We'll eat one of these and get double yums. It's not a good fix because it's like it requires constant attention, basically. It's better than nothing, but like it's not ideal. I'm gonna slice this bad boy up. So I don't really know, dude. I honestly don't know what to say. I think it's cool. I'm hoping. I mean, I know that's not gonna be the case, because like the first thing some people did, was like write some vile messages on statues. That's like it happened on the first day, basically. Rabbit pie, tasty. And it's actually kind of funny. So when the update first came out, statues you couldn't walk through them. So you could like block stuff off with a statue. So what happened is someone wrote a vile last word message on a statue, and people were like, this is no good. And then what they did is they flew off like 4 more rockets around the statue, so you couldn't actually reach it and touch it and see the message. I was like, hey, we fixed it. Now no one can see the message. That's vile, because we have such wholesome messages around it. It's blocked forever because there's no way to remove statues. It's like, yay. And then like the day after that, the developer was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make statues walk throughable, so you can walk through them, so you can see, you know, not block stuff. And now it's like, hey, there's like a vile message you can just click on, no problem. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere, and there's like, you know, stuff around there. So I don't know. It's silly. I wish you could remove them. That might be like a good solution. Make them removable with like 2 elders or something, and it's removed for the duration of that map, basically, right? You wouldn't be able to remove them permanently forever, but like if I settle here and this statue says, hey, Twisted sucks, and I'm like, dude, that's me, and you can't say that. I find like another person, and we like hit it twice, put a deconstruction notice on it. If no one interrupts it for like an hour or so, it just collapses. Or like we just leave the statue, but we erase the words, right? We like scratch the words out temporarily, and then it's like, hey, you know, it just like says, hey, so not left the planet 100 million ago, and end of story. That'd be kind of cool. That actually might be like the solution, right? I think I'm gonna actually suggest that be doable. And then like when the map resets, the words come back. You know, just so you can't like mess with them permanently, basically. I think that would be more than reasonable, honestly. I think that would be like maybe a good solution. I'm glad I'm so smart. I solved world peace. There will be no more world peace. I have solved it. You're welcome. Give me some kraut. Nice. Mango slices. You sassy baka. That's a mean craving to get. That's a mean craving to get. So yeah, that's like the biggest part of the update. Well, it's the most like noticeable part of the update, and I think it's like I really think it's so cool, but it's also so bad. It's just like a lot of things with this game. It is immensely complicated. And also makes it special for me, because it really is, like, special for me. Good job, everyone. Thank you, Auntie. You know what's up. Do we have mango slices? I don't know. We've been mighty sus lately. I don't think so. We could just, like, ignore cravings, though. I want to talk about... We'll get babies at one point, maybe. Also, let's do /ally. We have 6... Okay, we actually have the entire town in this room here. There's, like, 6 people in here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One person's missing. Did I just take a pad? Oopsie. We'll just put it on the floor. Just leave that. There's a baby incoming. There's been a bunch of other stuff in the update, so I'm gonna go through every single change in the update. I'm gonna read all of them. I'm not gonna mention them, all of them, because there's some like, oh, refactored code to be more efficient when harvesting banana slices at 5 p.m. It's like nobody cares. It's good. Oh, there's like some notes here as well. That's a good change, you know, to make stuff more efficient. But nobody cares about that. So let's go. I'm gonna go through the changes. I'm gonna go through so there's code changes and there's content changes. Code changes are making things more optimized, making things run better, changing the way mechanics work. Like, for example, changing /leader to, like, adding a new command like /twin to show your twin. That's not a thing, by the way, but I think it should be a thing. That would be a code change, you know. Changing carrots to give you more food, that would be a content change. Because if it's a thing you can see in the game, if it's a thing you could, like, see and hear, interact with in the game, like, visualize it, that's a content change. So I'm gonna go through all of them. Ooh, baby. Where do we start? There's a lot of, like, hey, typo in the code, typo in the code, typo in the code. Okay, let me scroll through these. There's some AHAP stuff. I still have to play AHAP. I will play AHAP. Typo fixes. Okay, there's been some login screen changes. So, like, there's no more life total on the login list because it was kind of, like, irrelevant. It only shows up when you actually are low on lives, which is fine. The login button is now yellow, which I think looks kind of ugly, honestly. But I guess that makes it stand out more so people will not get stuck. I have seen people, like, be like, how do I log into the game? How do I play the game? How do I, where's the play button? It says login rather than play. So, you know, people are unsure what that means. Man, so many stuff. There's some editor changes to make editing stuff a bit better, making mods. There's some blacklist, the word blacklist changes to make it more efficient. There is... Oh, whenever someone exercises a ghost, it actually tells you who did it now. So previously it would just be like, died of old age. But now when a ghost gets exercised, you can actually figure out who did it, which is actually kind of neat. There's some more ghost fixes to, like, make... So ghost coordinates will get buggy if you went really far. That should also be fixed now, which is great. The radio distance is now 10 million tiles, other than 100,000, which could be useful. It is useful for some things. Not mostly, but sometimes it is. There's now hungry work for ancient stone floors, which actually there's always been a hungry work for ancient stone floors, but it didn't work. It was bugged. It just, like, it didn't apply to floors. So now hungry work applies to floors as well, which is great. There's a big one. There's a new mechanic called periodic placements. What this does is actually a couple of items that are affected by this. Is every couple of hours an item spawns. So this is actually the first time an item, well, not really, because the coordinates could spawn as well, but the coordinates were, like, on a fixed timer, right? The space coordinates, they spawn on a fixed timer in a random spot. This is a random interval. So, like, for example, it could be like, hey, every 3 to 10 hours spawn this thing. And that is a new change with the apocalypse. So the dark nosage, which you can find in jungles, that doesn't actually spawn naturally. It spawns every few days for a little bit of time, and then despawns if it's not used. So you can no longer just, like, make a bunch of end stones and, like, haul them off. You have to actually, you know, wait for the apocalypse to spawn, go to it, and then keep sacrificing people until the apocalypse happens, more or less. Which I think is, like, very cool, because apocalypse has always been a problem, because it's supposed to be, like, this thing that people do together when the server, you know, when a map needs a wipe. But what would happen is one person would just buy 10 accounts, drive off, like, 100,000 tiles in a different direction, and just, like, get the end stones there solo and do the apocalypse solo. They'd be like, oh, he's doing the apocalypse. He has a bunch of accounts to, like, change to affect the minimum player requirement. Oh, okay, now we gotta like drive over there to stop it because it's just one person. It was just stupid. I'm glad that's been like changed and tweaked. Okay, let's see. None of these are interesting at all. Oh, whenever, so this is actually kind of cool. Whenever someone stabs someone or shoots someone with a bow and arrow, you actually get a little notification message. So if I do /order, there's a message like this. Oh, actually, we might see this in action. We might actually see this in action. This is perfect timing, honestly. Legitimately perfect. Why are we gonna? Why though? There we go. So there's the message. Why? Why though? Why though? Ninel? We know who did it, right? I didn't actually look at it, but I said like Ninel shot the thing. Why? Why? Why, Ninel? Ninel? Why do you shoot her? Why'd you shoot her, Ninel? I mean, I could heal you if you came back. Well, come, I can heal. That should be first. Oh, she's healing. There's no knife though. I need a knife. Need a hot knife. Need a hot knife, dude. Oh, Lord Freddy Snow. What the heck? Nice? This place is a mess, dude. I like it. You like it? That was actually... So this is probably the most perfect timing I have ever experienced in the game. Imagine recording a video and going through the patch notes, and when you come to a new change about a thing that happens, like, rarely, it happens. That's incredible. Like, I can't get over that, how perfect that was. Like... I couldn't script it myself to like have someone kill someone while I was talking. It's incredible. I love it. It's so good. Okay. There's no more. You can no longer feed people mushrooms. So you were able to force feed old people and I think babies mushrooms. No, just elders. You could feed elders mushrooms and they would start tripping. That is no longer the case. You can only eat mushrooms yourself now. There's no way to feed other people mushrooms. You can no longer forgive people you don't have cursed, which was an oversight. Hello there. What do you want from me, lady? What's up? Hi. Honestly, kind of scared for my life right now. She's looking mighty sus. That red cape. And the orange badge. I don't really know what's going on here. I'll get a bow and arrow on it just in case. Yeah, I just have one over here. That's for the snow lady who died. Order? Why am I not getting your order? Okay, I did because I see it on the screen, obviously, right? There's no need for an order when I'm literally next to her. Okay. There's been a fix to the way Eve spawned after the map reset. Again, just a fix there. The maximum flight distance has been changed. Maximum flight distance used to be 10,000 tiles, which is just like worthless. Like, who cares? 10,000 tiles. It's 10 minutes with a truck. Doesn't matter. It's now 500,000, which is a lot. That is very far. Gave me away at birth. Who, me? That wasn't me. It's my baby. It's not my baby. Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Okay, she is new. That's good to know. Yeah, you're good. Awesome. So you can fly really far away. So you can like build a city, you know, far away and go over there and come back, which is nice. And some other some other plane fixes. Ghosts are now ignored when finding the closest expert for Waystone. That's a massive change. That's a great change. So previously, if you went to the Waystone, which is the thing in the jungle, Arctic, and desert. What the heck is this? It's the endless wall for ghosts to drop, I guess. If you would press a waystone in the desert or, you know, whatever, it would lead you to the nearest player, which could have been a ghost. So you could track ghosts like that, basically, right? You could like, if you knew a ghost was 50,000 tiles away from the family, just go 26,000 tiles away, click the waystone, you get the ghost exact real-time location. It was really easy to like find ghosts. Without that many problems. As long as you knew, you know, who to look for, you could just find them easily. And just, like, kill them if you wanted to. That is, I think, great that that's no longer the case. What else do we have? There's a lot of ghost changes actually. Let's see. Statue stuff. We talked about it already. This is just the code. There's still like more content changes. Content changes are more interesting, I think. They're more relevant. Let's see. Statue. Okay, ghosts can no longer inherit property. Hello, Baroness. Hello. Ghosts can no longer inherit property, so previously there was a problem. Okay, there's what's happening here? I don't like this. Flooring? What am I? I'm not gonna tell you what I'm doing. I'm making a video, dude. I'm busy. Yeah, this lady sus with a bow and arrow. I don't know what she's doing. No baby, by the way, which is actually kind of worrying. I'm getting up there. I'm 25 right now. Hopefully one pops in very soon. Where was I? Ghosts can no longer get property. So previously you had like a thing here, right? You had like a town. Let's say I become a ghost, right? Why does everyone have bows and arrows? What's going on? Why the weapons? Why the weapons though? Why the weapons, dude? Bear? Oh gosh, okay. Scary. I'm gonna actually just stay inside. I'm gonna stay in a safe spot, find like a safe tile. Which is this one is right here. This one's safe right now. Yeah, it's a safe tile. No bears can come in here because there's a tile. There's no way for them to walk. Yeah, if I became ghost and my family died, and I was far away, I would inherit the property fence, and it would stay there forever because it stays up until the owner dies, and I would be the owner, and then anyone could track me with it, and also it would be impossible to remove unless I came back personally. So that's also another great thing. And also ghosts stop being a leader. So if you are a leader and you die of old age and become a ghost, you just pass over the leadership to someone else. So there's no more ghost leaders, and you can still purposely make a ghost leader, but you can't like force it. It's not gonna be automatic. And also, like, if you are a ghost and your family member dies, you will no longer inherit leadership. That could like happen. Let's say you became a ghost and you were like in your family and your leader died and you were like 1,000 tiles away and you would just inherit the leadership. You'd be like, well, you know, they don't have a leader now because I'm far away. I'm not really in here. So that's also another awesome ghost change. Let's see. How to shoot. I saw it. Click bear. Click bear. You need 3 arrows. You need 3 arrows though. Alright, Hugo. This place is sus, dude. Where are my babies at? I have 7 allies. So we had that one baby that spawned in, and then probably one more because there was an old lady. I don't know, man. It's kind of scary in here. I'll just keep chilling in this. I'll keep chilling in this little. I'll put these on the floor here. Yeah, this way this entire place is safe. Let's see. Ghosts no longer count for population reasons. So like, you know, there's like modes with low pop, high pop, language off, language on. Ghosts are no longer considered to be players. They're like a separate thing. So like, they no longer affect the low population, high population, which is great. Because when you become a ghost, you can like... when I was a ghost, I was online for like 6 days or whatever, right? Even though I only played for like a bit of it, even when I disconnect, I was still counting as an online player, which would cause problems for like getting resources from jungles and deserts and whatnot. So that has been fixed now. There's a lot of changes, dude. And I'm skipping a bunch because nobody cares about utility lineage server admin panel for mapping player IDs to a server. To a rocket ride data. Who cares? You know, it's done. It doesn't really matter anymore. Ghosts no longer earn curse tokens. So if you're a ghost, you have your 1 curse token that you had during your lifetime, but you can no longer curse people. This is also a good fix, I think, because what you could do is, let's say I become a ghost, right? And I'm like, hey, I want this town to die out because I hate this town. So I'm gonna just hide behind this tree as a ghost, or like I would hide like outside town, whatever, and I would just like curse every new baby that spawns in over like 6 hours, and soon enough I would have every player online cursed, and they would be unable to spawn in the town, and I would kill the town that way. So that is a good change as well. You gotta actually be playing the game to curse people. Let's see. Okay. Periodic placements. Oh, and there's one more. I did mention the nosage actually gets spawned periodically. There's also one new item in the game. It's called a It's called like a clue monument or something. What is it called? It's called a clue stone. So every couple of hours, a clue stone will spawn. We'll talk about it in a second here. In more detail. Oh, they killed the bear. Awesome. So you know the Headless Horseman thing, the riddle? Now, a declared dictator for life. Awesome, good job. Now that the Halloween event is over, there's like every few hours there's a clue stone spawning. It's a baby. And you can click the clue stone to get like one of the... Stupid baby. You can click the clue stone to get one of the clues for the riddle. And that way, the riddle is still completable, even though there's no more Headless Horseman. It just like takes a lot longer because it takes a while to spawn. Alright, that's all the code changes. Let's go talk about the content. The fun stuff. Okay, let's see. Ancient stone floors, ancient waste have been removed. Very important. Ancient stone floors, actually I guess they weren't removed before, which is interesting. Ancient stone floors can be removed. Waystones can also be removed. They were like permanent objects before. I don't think there's a waystone here. Anywhere. But waystones are items that they're basically like these. You know, you put like a map on them and they're like a waystone. When they became ancient, they would be unremovable. And it would be permanent. You could like write messages on them that are like permanent. And this is kind of funny as well because like this update was mainly focused. It's so funny to me. It was mainly focused on removing permanent items from the game. Like making all permanent items, giving all of them a way to be removed somehow. Because you could do stupid stuff with permanent items and cause a lot of problems. That was the focus of the update. And then also an extra permanent item, the statue got added in the same one. It's so funny to me. It's so silly. I actually kind of love the irony of that. Yeah, you can now if with an elder, it's not like instant, but with an elder and like a bit of time, similar to removing property fences, you can like scrape off the map details of a waystone, and you can also like make them unancient, just like scrub them off, and also remove them from the game. So if someone puts a waystone that says "Twisted sucks," we can now remove it. If someone puts a waystone in a bad spot, it can now be removed. It takes effort, but it can be removed, which I think is great. Let's see. The Dark Nosage only appears randomly near population once every 3 to 7 days. Very important. So it's very rare. It appears between every 3 and 7 days at a random point. And it lasts for 1 hour. Yes, it lasts for only 1 hour. End stones also last for 1 hour. End blocks also last for 1 hour. So what you basically have to do when the Dark Nosage spawns, you go there and you gotta keep sacrificing people, because when you sacrifice someone, it refreshes the 1 hour cooldown. So you gotta be non-stop sacrificing one person per hour until the apocalypse completes, and it takes 24 hours for that. So you gotta keep I think it's also like so much cooler if you wanna call it the apocalypse rather than like killing your alt babies, you know, spawning in as your own baby and killing it real quickly, and then do the /die. You get an end stone. You gotta like make a killing factory, basically. You gotta be killing people for 24 hours and an end stone. Otherwise, it all just like disappears. And that's like so much cooler, dude. I feel that's so much nicer. A lot more difficult, but also a lot more fair as well, which I do kind of like. Let's see. Fixes for pavers getting stuck. That's always great. The rocket. There's actually a rocket song that's supposed to play when you're flying off into space. And it used to sometimes not play, but that had been fixed. Now it will always play, and it's actually great. I've seen some rocket launches. There's a really cool song playing while you fly off into space, and I think that is awesome that it's actually finally fixed. You can now scrap iron rods. I don't actually know what that is. What's an iron rod? Iron rod. I know what a steel rod is. Clear war on snow. Yeah, you know, I'm not gonna get involved here. I don't care too much. Iron rod. What is iron rod? What is that? What is that used for? Is it for radios? Yeah, it is. It's for an electromagnet. Oh, it's for the Morse code machine. Is that really all it's used for? Dude, these babies. It's only used to make the Morse code machine, which no one makes because it's stupid. So it's like one of the most useful items in the game. That's why they didn't know what it does. Man, that's kind of wild. Okay, what else do we have? You can now remove the kerosene burner from the Newcomen pump with a simple You can't remove the kerosene burner from the Newcomen pump with a simple misclick. So it's more difficult to remove the kerosene. You can't remove the kerosene Newcomen by accident, basically. Become warriors? I don't know, man. I'm kind of worried. We don't have really girls here. I'm worried my town might like go out. I'm gonna eat some foods here. I haven't been productive at all, but I feel like talking about the update is like... I feel like a lot of people... Because there's no like patch notes for this game. I mean, there is like a list of changes on GitHub. But it's not like in a patch note form. So I feel like me talking about them... I feel like that's how a lot of people find out about the changes. Which, you know, hey, thank you. That's great, that's lovely, that's awesome. They're cooking here. Love to see it. Where were we? We are in the Prime family. I mean, hopefully we get some babies. That would be awesome. Pairs of wings for planes can now be separated. I guess they weren't separatable previously, which was kind of weird. You can now use a charcoal backpack. So you could put charcoal into a backpack. In a hammer? Okay. You could put charcoal in a backpack, but you couldn't like do anything with it. But now you can put it in the backpack. You can put it from the backpack into the kiln, into the forge. You can do anything a basket can do. They're now equivalent, which is awesome. Get all bows and make an army. Dude, I'm not gonna do that. That's just being silly. I'm not gonna get into why this is a silly idea. I'm just gonna say it is silly. There's legitimate reasons to like never do that because it's just stupid. But I'm not gonna get into it right now. Okay. Oh, beans and domestic geese now look different. And I don't like this. Geese just chill in the box now. I like when their butts were showing. I like when their butts were up. That was great. I missed that. Revert this change. This is awful. Food. Drop the baby. You're full. Don't worry. This is a bad change. We need to arrest Jason for this. It is a big mistake. Huge. Mom. I'm not your mom, dude. Okay, I need to name you guys. You are Red. Red Prime. You are Optimus. One of these has a good name, one of these has a bad name. It's up to you to decide which is which. But, you know, I gave him names. I think they're twins, right? I think they are twins. Okay, we are warriors. Yeah, if you say so. Hey, daughter! Okay, hello. Is 7 a valid name? I'm 7. You are 6. Please be a name. Please be a name. Please be a name. Ah! So close, dude. I guess we have 6 to 7. Oh gosh. There's a spoon in here. Get this baby dressed up. Oh, you good dude, dude, go eat. Go eat. Go to work. You're old enough, you know? Stop being lazy. No? Go. Bye. Get out of here. Get out of here, you nerd. By the way, I have different shirts and pants. That's a mod. It's not a change. I have a mod that makes them look a little bit distinct, which is great. W, yeah, I know. It's great. It's awesome. WM. I don't want to read one by one messages. I'm gonna just ignore that. Balls of worms and partial balls of worms can be dumped from full worm piles and partial worm piles, so worms are better. Great. When kill? Never. Never kill. Don't kill people. Be nice. Oh, property gates have floor hugging off, so they look better, I guess. That's great. Mango leaves, dude! It's such a massive change. Mango leaves now last forever in a bowl. That is awesome. So previously, you might know, there's cows in the game, right? And the only way to kill a cow is to feed it a mango leaf. Problem is, the mango leaves decay in like a minute or so. So like, if someone put a bunch of cows in an Arctic town... I'm too old now, by the way. Old now. No more babies for me, huh? If you had a bunch of cows in an Arctic town, there was no way to kill them. Because you couldn't physically get... I mean, you could with a truck. Okay, drop. Okay, these people, they're old. I'll get some pie. Get a pie here, real quick. Okay, the other baby as well. Drop. Okay. Oh, no, she's not. She's good. I thought she was gonna be the old lady, but she's not the old lady. She's a different person altogether. The only way to kill cows is with mangoes, mango leaves. But mangoes are in the jungle, and cows are not necessarily in the jungle. So you could like spawn a bunch of cows, and then town would be overrun with cows, and you couldn't kill them because they would just be cows. But now you can put mango leaves in a bowl. Well, they are in a bowl, they do not decay. So if you have a lot of cows, thank you for thinking of my daughter. If you have a lot of cows, you just take a bowl, go to a jungle, fill the bowl with leaves, and go back, and you'll be in a good spot. So that's actually it blows my mind actually that this took so long. As cows have been in the game for like 5 years now, maybe actually probably 6 at this point. My gosh, this game is old. And like it just hasn't been possible to kill them. So it's kind of wild that it only just got added. Wheelbarrows no longer decay. Cards don't decay, as you know. Wheelbarrows still did decay, which was weird. So now they're all consistent. Wolf puppies can no longer get stuck. So there was a bug with wolf puppies. You could force a wolf puppy to be stuck on a tile. And like destroy the tile forever, basically. You had a wolf puppy, you could put it here, block it from, changing transitions or whatnot, and then this tile would be unusable forever because there was a wolf puppy there, unremovable, and it's been fixed. Because as you know, this update is focused on removing unremovable items. That's one of them. Garlic cloves can be pulled on a table. That's very nice. That's very great. Wild animal corpses that last for a long time and are unremovable, other than by decay, can now be buried. So you can now remove the unremovable animal corpses. It's great. You can bury them with a shovel. Get rid of them. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. How awesome. How awesome it is. How awesome is that? Mean pit bulls there's been a bug fix. I don't know what that means, but I think they will probably not get stuck or become mean. Actually, no, we have seen some pit bulls get stuck, so maybe that's like what this fix is. I don't know. Overgrown, so this change sucks, I think. Overgrown bonsai and overgrown old bonsai will now decay in an hour if not pruned. They used to last forever, and I thought that was intentional, so you could like keep the bonsai in town, keep him chilling. Apparently that's like not intentional, that was like a bug. So now they decay, which I don't understand why, because seeing bonsai was nice, and now it just been removed from the game, basically. I don't like that they've been removed from the game. You can still make bonsai, of course, but you gotta like take care of them every 30 minutes. And that's not gonna happen, so... Man, don't go causing trouble, dude. They're gonna cause trouble. They're gonna get lost and die, by the way. They're like way too old for this. How to write? Need pencil. Why is there so many new people, dude? It's actually kind of wild. Get a pencil, man. Let me help him. I don't know what he wants to write, but he'll write something. Do we have a pencil nearby? Do I see one somewhere? This is peppercorn. Probably one in the smithy, right? Usually is one in the smithy. Don't really know where the smithy is actually in this town. I've just been yapping. This is a yap session for a new update. I mean, it's a new update in 2025. You gotta make a video about it, even though it's like very late because of my ghost lives. Because I had like a lot more ghost lives than I anticipated. So, where's the smithing area? I'm actually unsure. I actually do not know where the smithing area is. Oh, it's here. There we go. Here we go. Do we have a pencil? Do we have a pencil? No, we don't even have charcoal, dude. We must have charcoal in here, though, right? In this real area? We don't. Okay, we don't have charcoal. I'm not gonna go make charcoal just to, like, get the guy a pencil. He can find one on his own. I think I saw one earlier, so there is one in town somewhere for sure. Yeah, so I don't like the bonsai change because it's like just why though? Like no one's gonna make bonsai anymore. They were like super rare to begin with, but now that they require like constant attention, it's just like kind of pointless, honestly, I feel. So yeah. I don't like that. Yeah. Okay, Rocket Monument stuff. Typos, misspellings. Oh, very important one. You probably saw this already. Stone floors now look different, which I think they look better, but I don't think they look good yet. So you can see stone floors. There's one there. I saw a building. It's hard to see with my like bugged game. We had a bunch of stone floors. There was a building with a bunch of stone floors somewhere. Why is this like not springy, dude? There was a building with a bunch of stone floors other than the smithy, I think. Oh, the property is open. Okay, it's kind of scary. Actually, no, it's destroyed. It's a follower gate, so that's useless. Probably want to chop that down at one point, maybe. I want to find like a spot that has like just the floors. I saw some floors somewhere, dude. I know I saw them earlier. There were like floors. Were they here? Are they here? Maybe is this like a floor? I don't see now. That would be like way too messy. Maybe like in this building over here in this direction. Nope. Man, I swear I saw like a building with a bunch of stone floors. Someone should make a mod that lets you zoom out. That way you could like find things more easily. Maybe like add a search function for an item. Like if you need an ad, you can press, I don't know, like J for justify using a mod to like find an item. Maybe I should like recommend that as well. That would be probably very useful for a lot of people. I mean, I guess we'll just use the other one as an example. Even though I don't like it because it's like, oh, it's here, of course. So this is the new stone floor. It looks better because previously it was like, it was so bright. It looked, I think it looked kind of bad. It was like super bright and shiny. I also feel like this one doesn't look good because it doesn't match the walls. So there's these walls and there's like this floor. They don't really match. You know, they didn't match before. No charcoal? Yeah, wild. Make some. Make some charcoal, dude. I'm old. Not that old. Not that old, dude. Okay, we'll make some charcoal for you. I'll be nice. And charcoal's easy, so you know what else. Hopefully we have a fire still. We do have a fire still. Awesome. Yeah, I think the old one looked bad, and I think the new one looks better, but not good. So it just doesn't match. It just looks like it's a different tile altogether. Where's the where's the adobe? Okay, it's up here. Have charcoal. Let's get a basket ready. Let's get these out of the way. Do we have a knife or flint? There's flint here. You can use flint, right? You can use flint, I think. Make stuff. I'll make it for you, dude. Don't worry, William. You have paper? Hopefully he has paper on him, because if he doesn't, this is all for naught. And if he like types something by mistake, he's gonna be like, well, you know, that's your paper taken care of. No more way to use it. Okay. Alright, where are you, dude? Where are you at, man? There we go. Here. Here. Make it count. If he says, how do I write? Oh gosh, I knew it, man. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it. I so friggin' knew it, dude. I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it. I don't have the papers here. Oh, I was gonna tell him, but he just like did it so fast, dude. You have a rubber ball. Well, you know. Yeah. Oh god. I don't think we have a rubber. I don't think there's a rubber ball anywhere. Oh, he's gonna die. Man, this video is like just perfect timings on everything. It's actually the perfect video. This is I made the perfect video about the 1 hour live update. How good is this? Like, this is incredible. Literally like so much perfection in one video. I'm blown away. Don't see any rubber balls, unfortunately. So he is gonna die without sharing his message. Also, I'm 50. My gosh, it is a chunky update. I've done nothing other than talk about the update and like a couple of other things my entire life. We gotta like hurry up because we're not gonna get to the end. We still have a bunch. We're getting kind of close, actually. Okay. Where were we? Yeah, stone floors. I feel like they don't match. They didn't match before. They don't match now. They look better, but they don't look good. So I'm kind of disappointed in that. And also like these are like they don't match the other floors either now. So like these are shiny. These are not. I kind of wish they were like more consistent, or I don't know. You can now use a knife to remove a bow tip from a firebow drill. From the tipped firebow drill. Previously, you could not. It was actually impossible to do so. You had to use a flint chip, which was a bug. It was like an oversight. Do we have people in here? What are we doing with like allies? 7 allies. I mean, we gotta have someone, right? Yeah, there's these two dudes who are like being weird. We had girls. Need an empty bucket. That one is not empty. It's not an empty bucket. It's not an empty bucket. If you list that again, I swear to God. Yeah, he's not clicking it. Yeah. Yeah, there's stuff in it, dude. There's stuff in the bucket. Use bowl to water stuff. She's trying to water things. I tried. Why do I always get roped into teaching people? Oh, I gotta like run away from these. Do we have girls? Let me look online. Yeah, we have 2 girls somewhere. I guess my daughter, right? And she was good, so I think we were gonna be fine because my daughter was good. She knew what was up. There's this guy. I mean, I hope she didn't leave to go to war with the Snow family, because if she did, that like actually sucks big time. I actually kind of hate that if that happened. I hope. Gosh, I think she might have left, dude. I think she may actually be gone. We had like 2 girls in town. I only see these 2 dudes. We'll actually be fine because we're the language family. We can have kids anywhere, but they might get killed off if they're like causing trouble in there. So that's gonna be kind of bad, actually. I guess I'll check the graveyard as well. Man, these doors are driving me crazy that you can't like just go through them. In a different life, I would have made some springs for them. Yeah, I don't see anyone. What's this? How? Oh, William, how? Oh, my dear William. Oh, okay. I don't want to risk getting bit by a wolf here, actually. Probably cleared off. It's probably cleared out of the wolves, right? Probably no more wolves around. Also, probably no more flatstones around because building graves. I'll just leave. Go back to town and hope that someone comes back. Otherwise, we'll be in trouble. Let me see where I was with the updates. Oh, there was a couple of bugged yum items that have been fixed. So, for example, that's salt. You could drink milk from a bottle and get a yum, while also getting yum from a bowl of milk. There was a couple of those, like, hey, sliced garlic was different than garlic, so you could like eat both and get double yums. This little inconsistent fix that has been taken care of. Yeah, bow drills with tips. You can now use knives on them rather than just flint. Okay, this is actually a big one, and I'm actually kind of happy because I actually suggested it. They're doing some stuff. Yeah, you good? You good, kids? Oh, it's a baby. Awesome. We're saved. It's Katie Prime. Good job. Welcome back. Yeah, they've been going on and off about war. They're noobs. They're noobs. It's okay. Harmless. They're harmless, you know. You're clear. That's a nice name. You can now, so wool clothes now last a lot longer. So you can make wool clothes before. I'll give you the exact numbers. I think they last like twice as long. Red wool. Let's see. So the normal wool sweaters, the white ones, used to last I think 4 hours. Now they last 10. So that's like a big increase, which is awesome. the dyed clothes, like the wool sweaters, wool booties, and wool hats, they used to last 10 hours. Now they last 30. So like 3 times as long. It's awesome. So you can make wool clothes, and rather than knowing they're gonna decay like in 4 hours and it being kind of a waste of your time, you can now make wool clothes and you know they'll be here tomorrow if you come back. You gotta keep remaking them, but that's okay because like, you know, it's a thing to do. You could totally see people like making wool clothes every day. That'd be like a cool video idea because I haven't done wool clothes in a while. Let's do like a wool clothes factory, a cozy clothes factory. Maybe just make a bunch of clothes, put down. That'd be kind of a nice thing that I don't think I've ever done actually in a while. Sandals now last forever, so you might not know this, but there's sandals in the game. If you take snakeskin boots, which I don't think we have any in town right now. Snakeskin boots last forever, as you might know. And what you could do is you could cut the snakeskin boots up with shears, which would make them have worse insulation, be less visible, and also like decay in like 5 hours. So you could destroy snakeskin boots by making sandals, and no one would ever make sandals because they were just like a worse version of the boots that also decayed. It was like horrible. But now you can actually keep them forever, so that's kind of nice. That makes a lot of sense. Which is great. Statue stuff. The Jason hat now has a value for like insulation. Previously, the Jason hat was the worst hat in the game because it had no insulation. It wouldn't give you any warmth. But now it actually has some, so that's actually awesome and great. The truck now has 24 slots. For some reason, again, I'll complain about this a bunch. The truck had 21 slots, which is 3 times 7. Why did the truck have 21 slots? Why? If this is 4 and 8, why does the truck have 21? Now it has 24, so it's like 3 times as good as a cart, which is great. 24, awesome. Small change, but it just makes so much more sense, and it is a lot better. Steelhouse now have a creation sound. Previously, Steelhouse didn't have sounds, which was like I never noticed until like a recent video. Now you make a sound when you make them, which is great. Endstones and live no such ends will now decay to nothing. I talked about that as well. But you gotta keep sacrificing people non-stop. You can't just like store endstones somewhere and do them. You gotta keep sacrificing to make an apocalypse happen, which is great. Oh, then the extra changes. Rocket statues no longer block movement. In an update that made things removable, you can now have, you know, permanent rocket statues that don't block movement. Bucket of worms fix. Is fine. Added clue stones, which get placed every 20 to 40 minutes within 500 tiles of the population center. So the game looks at all the people who are playing, excluding ghosts, I presume, because ghosts got excluded from most population calculations. It looks at all the players, it finds the center of everyone. And then, like, within 500 tiles of that center, a clue stone gets placed randomly. And you don't get a notification, you just have to stumble upon it. And it lasts until someone picks it up, I think. And then when someone picks it up, actually, let me check. Because I might be wrong. Clue stone. Yeah, it's permanent. So clue stone get added, they're permanent on the map. But when someone clicks them, they decay in a minute. You get like a hint, like the same as when I was the Headless Horseman, you get like a letter in the corner that you can use to solve the riddle to find real life gold. There's actually real life gold hidden somewhere. And it's like, I think it's like $10,000 worth or something. I could be wrong. I think someone said it's like $10,000 worth of gold that's hidden somewhere in the USA. And if you solve the riddle, you can find it. So that's interesting. Yeah, they get placed every 20 to 40 minutes. So if you want to solve the riddle, you can just go play the game and look for the clue stones and, you know, get all the letters, solve the riddle, and then go to East Coast, probably of the USA, and find the gold and be $10. $10? I mean, once you take into account the travel cost, probably it's $10 richer. But yeah, $10,000. And that is the last change? Oh my god, I just spent an hour. I'm about to die right now. I just spent an hour talking about all the changes in the update. I was gonna do other stuff as well. I honestly did not expect it would take me this long to just like talk over all the changes. So this live was kind of a wash, but I think it's also a very useful video because I know a lot of people do rely on this, so I'm happy.